Hi guys, welcome to episode 47. This is the Peer-to-Peer Network coding session series. And today we're going to be working on debugging the feature for adding new social entities. So let's check the code. The last episode we wrote the code to add, add one social entity to a user profile, okay? So what we're going to do today is to debug this and see how good or how bad we got it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this message that we have, this test message. We are going to keep this, the storage provided token and all this, probably not. So we will need the message type, the right message type. Let's say that we're going to put this here. So the message type we are developing is create social entity. Okay, so besides that, sorry, is I don't really understand why I put the name social entities profile to this module. It looks like let me check this out. Post storage, social entity storage, user profile, social entity profile. Okay, I will keep it like this. So another thing we need is the social entity handle. Okay. So in the message, we're going to put this social entity handle, and let's say we call it, I don't know, um, like this. So this is from the previous message. So here we have the three parameters: user app type, social entity handle, profile. Profile type, it means here profile message type because these are messages. It's a little bit confusing also. Maybe a refactoring of these would be profile type, query types. These are probably query request types and query message type or query. But I'm not going to disstabilize the code by refactoring now. I will leave this for when this is ended and everything is working. So no need to analyze this stuff. Okay, so we have these three stuff. Well, the network is running, so I think we can run this. Okay, here we go. Well, it didn't last long. Profile message is not defined. Of course not, because we didn't add this here. So I guess that's the reason. Okay, here's our message. Profile type 12. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we need the social entity type. Why don't we have this? User app type, handle. Okay, so we need this field here. Social persona. We run this again. Okay, so here we are. We will go through all these one by one. So load user profile. So here we have most likely this is not going to work because I don't have a token. We didn't have it. We didn't set any token. But anyways, this is working. So when we try to get this from storage, It's going to bring it because you don't need a token for fetching the information. Mm, okay. It didn't work. Okay. Um, Fetch. Okay, now I'm not going to add this error message here because I didn't do it anywhere else. I just can see this here raw GitHub. Okay, so the name of the file is undefined because it's taking the name of the file from here. Okay, this is the bug to fix. Now we have this read from that file. So here we corrected one bug already. So next thing we're going to do here is to check a token. I mean, get a token for this session. This is going to be for mm, okay. And in order for this to work, I will need to do something like this. At my secrets, social trading desktop app, I will put the token here. So that we can have access to the information at that repo. Okay, so let's go back here and start this again. So no need to wait there. Now the user profile exists and here is the content. So we parse it. Okay, we can move here. Okay, so far so good. Now add the social entity nodes. We go here. So social persona. This already exists. So we create a social persona node and we push it into this array. And this is going to be our count. So we finish, and this was test. There is another path when creating bots, but it's not something we are going to use soon. So then add sign-in accounts. That means coming into here. So we are going to let it run until here. That means that our user profile, we will have social personas. We have an array with 3 social personas, and this one will have a handle Pepe, very good, a code name, and a sign-in account with the signature social persona number 3. All seems like okay. So all this is good. We can close these functions. So far so good. Then add the available storage. Oops. We ran through this function already. So what I'm going to do is to print here the user profile to see if everything was added correctly. We already had a user storage with a GitHub storage, and we had containers. This probably didn't work because I believe that I already had these containers. So that means that this function I'm going to debug it explicitly. So let's do it again. So it looks like this didn't work, or I don't know what happened. So we are going to create a repo called Pepe and define data. What is this? This is social entity type. Okay. We'll start over. Pepe social persona data. That's the GitHub repository I'm supposed to be creating at my user profile. Okay, there's nothing similar to this. So let's see what it happens if I do this. What? What happened there? So this didn't come back. And it didn't execute yet any of these two guys. So why is this continuing there? I'm not sure. But there is a way to force this to happen, and is here. Return new promise. So the only way this can get out of here, when you return a promise like this, is when you add the nodes, and after adding everything you resolve. Okay, so it's going to go through here, or if it is coming here, it resolves it by changing this response. So let's try this out. So now only two options here. Oh, okay, the problem was not there, the problem was here. There was not a wait. But the promise work is still valid code. Requires authentication, exactly what I suspected. So usually we need to provide the owner which is in this case storage provider username and the token storage provider token. So here we go again. Okay. Now you lost me because I don't know what's going on. So it seems this is the first time I'm using this. Okay, again with problems executing GitHub APIs methods. We'll have to check the documentation for this, I guess. Well, I never used this method before, so there is no guarantee that this is even the right method to use. Okay, this is for projects and for repos. Create a repository for the authenticated users. Okay, this is not a way to create a repository. Create a repository using a template. Use template owner, template repo. No. It doesn't seem to be a way to create a repository programmatically. Maybe this is on purpose. Maybe there is no way to do that. And maybe my token doesn't have permission for creating this. Maybe. Okay, looks like there is a way to do it, and it's just not working for me. It's not working for me. Still, I haven't seen an example with OctoKit. Is it OctoKit or what? Yes, OctoKit. Create in org. So this is the way that people is using here. But the problem is that I'm willing to create a personal repository, not in an organization. So that would be a different stuff, I guess. But I can try this. I mean, okay, so the authorization is happens when I create the OctoKit object. So where am I creating the OctoKit stuff? Okay, this is the problem. my authentication here is failing because I don't have the token there. And in fact, I need to move all this down because first I need to read this file, and then once I have this, I can do this, because then I will have the authorization token here and things should work better. So this is not here. Okay, now let's try this out. Okay, now I have a chance that this is going to work. F5. Repository created, wonderful. Okay, now I wish that the name should be different. Social persona. Okay, two things here. I'm going to stop. We're going to replace spaces by dashes. And also we are going to check here at the handle at least that the handle does include spaces. I'm going to leave it to do here. Check for all other not one. Okay, there will be more characters. I don't want to do that now. But yeah, let's run this again. Also, let's check we can remove this and we can check our user profile. Repositories. Okay, GitHub anyway created this with the dash. That's good. Let's see what happens now that it's already created. Okay, already exists. So beautiful. We will go through this. I already have user storage, this stuff, storage container. Okay, I can say this is working. Then we move into available storage nodes. I already have this. Okay, no, this is not correct. Oh yes, it's correct. Because this is the new social persona 3, handle Pepe. We add this and we create a reference with the storage container ID, name, and type. We add it there. Okay, so far so good. Everything's working here. We continue. Push user profile and pull requests. So this is where we were having problems to save this user profile at the develop branch, no? Yes. So let it run. So we are using the master branch instead. At the master branch, we could create this. And finally, this is returning. Okay. Here we are okay. And we finish. So beautiful. So we have debugged successfully the creation of a social entity with all the setup needed. Okay. So this is working and everything is cool. What we're going to do next in the next video is we're going to build the query that is going to allow the request to simply list all the social personas all the social entities of a certain profile. That's it. Got a profile, give me the social entities. With that, the sign up process can be completed 100%, and that is the focus of the next video. So thank you for watching this one, and see you next time.